This month I was supposed to slay a dragon and failed, but I did slay a dragon, so let's talk about that instead. So I usually do this as my video in January, but I was so stressed after the 80 hours I put into that Game of the Year video that I just didn't want to do another scripted video so soon after, so I figured I'd just do it as a quick section on my podcast instead. They were intended to be something easy to get me into the year, but I did so much last month that it was too much for me even that. Last year, I made 12 project videos for my main channel, 12 podcasts on my podcast channel, 52 sentences, 156 impressions, 157 retro impressions, 156 half hours, 344 LP episodes across 16 different games, including 3 accidental LPs, 5 bonus videos, which were mostly compilations. I didn't release a game. I finished playing 64 games. I watched 1 movie. I grew all of my channels except the podcast channel, which stayed the same, with the most growth being my sentence channel, which more than doubled in subscribers. I still didn't make Twitch affiliate, and my Patreon stayed the same. My goals for this year are make half hours, monthly podcasts, monthly project videos, sentence a week, an impression video for every half hour, finish off my retro impressions because they will actually finish in August, do more LPs. I'm probably going to do a couple of Yakuzas this year. I did a few last year, and I'll probably do some more this year as well. I'm actually going to talk more about doing LPs in my channel update section. I've got a couple of bonus videos coming, just more compilations again. I always want to release a game. I very rarely even work on a game, so that probably won't happen, but I would like it to. I want to try and finish a good number of games again. Last year I actually finished more than 1 a week, so that's really good for me. Especially because the year before I finished less than 1 a week, and the problem is that because I can only make a sentence on games I've finished, if I don't finish as many games a year as I make sentences, I'll run out of games to talk about. That's kind of a problem. When the core tenet of one of my channels is I review games. If I run out of games to review, can't really review them. So I need to do that. I don't really care about movies. I like movies, but I'm not gonna force myself to watch stuff. I just tend to be doing other things, so I just don't. I'd like to make Twitch affiliate, but I only stream 14, and I only stream that once a week, except when there's patches, so it's unlikely that will happen. I've actually already lost people on Patreon this month. I don't have much plans for that. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to stop, but I guess releasing wallpapers on there is a plan, but it's not really a goal. It's just, I guess it's a goal. Weekly wallpapers. And the other goals are always stuff now that I've got, I think as of today, I'm at about 360. I have lost my phone. As of today, I'm about 360-ish subscribers on my review channel, and I started last year at 150, so that's more than doubled. I'd like to get to 500 by the end of the year. I feel like that's doable, but again, that's not really in my control, is it? I can make things as well as I can, and hope people like it. I do that anyway, but it doesn't always work. I thought people were going to really like that Game of the Year video. I put so much time into it, and it got 30 views. And it's one of those things where it's normally I'd be oh yeah, it's good that it's got this many views, because normally my videos get even less. But when I'm comparing strictly Game of the Year videos to each other, my Game of the Year for 2023, which I released almost exactly a year prior, that got 1,500 views, and this one got 33. And I feel like this is a better video than that one. I guess that talked about Baldur's Gate 3, and this one obviously doesn't. But yeah, anyway. The rest of the goals are intangible things, so they happen if they happen. But everything that's within my control, I'm going to do my best to make sure it happens. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about it. I ate some cookies just before I started recording the podcast, and now I can't stop coughing, because for some reason, every time I eat food, I cough constantly afterwards. I don't know why. It's always happened, and it's really annoying. I just really wanted the cookies. As for the channels, everything's going to carry on as normal. The LPs are the biggest thing to talk about, so I'm going to spend the entire rest of the section talking about those. I'm about halfway through Yakuza 6 now, but progress should speed up massively, because I've done basically all of the sub-stories already. There's a couple that I'm not going to do, like the darts one, and getting the last few baseball players are tied to sub-stories of playing the baseball minigame, and I just don't like it. And the bar talk, and anything that involves the hostesses, I'm not going to do any of those. I don't usually do any of those, so you shouldn't have expected it. There's 2 sub-stories I've not done, because both of them require nighttime, and I'm going to leave it until the end of the game where I can control the time of day to do those 2. But other than that, I've done all of them. I've also done the entire clan creator. I've done all the spearfishing. I've done all the baseball. So it's just pretty much a straight shot to the end of the game now. Prior to recording the podcast tonight, I finished chapter 7. So that's it. I'm going to try and do 1 chapter an episode. And at that rate, I will be finished probably about halfway through February. so we'll start a new one in March probably. I'm a little bit conflicted on which one to do next, just because I kind of been doing things in release order, and release order means that the next game is the Fist of the North Star game, and then after that would be Judgment, and then after that would be 7. I have the Fist of the North Star game, so that's fine, and I have the DLC that turns you into Kiryu, so again, that's honestly the only reason I'm playing it. I'm going to do that at some point. I don't own Judgment yet, and part of me is like, well, it's kind of a spin-off, so do I want to catch up with the rest of the games and then play that? Or do I want to play it in release order, which is kind of what I've been doing so far? Because in that sort of respect, Kurohyou was a spin-off as well, but I did those. So I guess that kind of answers my question, doesn't it? Part of it's just I really want to do 7. But I guess we'll probably go with Fist of the North Star next. It's also a little bit awkward because that's the only one I don't have on PC, because I don't think it came out on PC. So I actually have that on my PS4, so I'll actually have to record it off there, which is not as good, but it's doable. The other LP, I have finished all of the free-to-play quests in RuneScape now. And I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do about that. So what I mean is, I have one more episode coming out, which I was debating releasing at the same time as the Dragon Slayer 1 Part 2 video, but I decided to release it as its own video, so that'll be Sunday's video now. Which I'm only saying because I didn't put it in my schedule that my patrons see, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do it as a bonus video or not, which was my original intention, but I've changed my mind. So I've got one more episode definitely coming out, and then I have the money to get 3 months of membership. And if I'm doing membership, which I am, I'm going to want to do the quests to unlock Herblore and Sailing. And if I'm doing those quests, I'm going to want to record them, which means I should continue doing the LP. The only thing is that I don't know if I want to continue the LP, because it kind of means that all I'm going to play this year is Yakuza games and RuneScape and Final Fantasy XIV. And for one thing, LP and 2 MMOs at the same time feels a bit weird, but it just means that I'm not going to be doing any small games, which I like to do. I like to intersperse usually, and I won't be able to if I do that. Unless maybe I do small LPs between the Yakuza ones, but I don't know, that feels weird. The midday has been my Yakuza slot, basically, so it would feel weird putting something else there. At the same time, a lot of stuff's changing in August. Because I'm finishing my retro impressions, I need to do some new videos, and I have those planned, but it's going to change a lot of my schedule. I want to do more RuneScape stuff. I've been kind of liking doing it because it's been kind of putting me in positions where I've been doing weird stuff, doing my editing differently from how I usually would, and it's been interesting to do that. Like, I keep getting ideas for things I would like to do with it, so it's been nice doing that. I want to do more. I just feel bad for not doing other games, really. It's less I don't want to do RuneScape, and more I would like to do other things. I'm definitely going to do some more RuneScape, even outside of this, because I'm really interested in making videos when the League starts, because the League sounds interesting. I'm a little bit put off doing the League because it's all member stuff, so a lot of it will actually be me doing content I've never done before, so that feels weird. But at the same time, I want to. Yeah, I'll probably do some more videos about the League, and I'll definitely be doing more videos just on some quests at least. My intention was never to finish all the quests, but I'm kind of putting myself in a situation where I'll have to. You can probably expect at least a few more RuneScape videos. Maybe I'll make a decision depending on how quickly I finish Yakuza 6. Yeah, I think that's about it. Special thanks to all of my patrons. You can join them over at patreon.com/Holden Gatsby, and for $1 a month you'll get to see what I'm working on early, wallpapers for all of my LPs, exclusive roles in my Discord, and any other rewards I might think of. You can also just follow me there if you want to for free, as it's probably the best place to see all of my content as soon as it's available. There's links to the Patreon, along with my Discord, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and all the other podcast platforms in the description for this episode. Finally, don't forget you can email me using podencastby@gmail.com if you've got anything you want to say. Thanks for sticking around. Bye. Special thanks to my patrons, Justin Wood, Hobbs, and Koopy Vegeta. You can join my patrons at patreon.com/Holden Gatsby, check out my TikTok and Twitter @Holden Gatsby, and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Holden Gatsby. Don't forget to subscribe to all of my channels. If you want more, you can watch my last video now, but if not, then thanks for sticking around. Bye.